Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome one, welcome all. We are here, we are live. Glad to see you here. I'm breaking blocks, but blocks are invisible. No, I'm placing blocks, actually. I'm glad you could hear them, though. Hey, Lactinos. Hey, Alfasti Yellow. Good lord, that name. Appreciate how your wholesome presence 3D being in a digital wasteland for your arena. Oh, well, you're very welcome. Very welcome. Hey, Angelic. I'm right here, don't worry. I was trying to reorganize my music folder because I've had everything I've ever saved for background music for the last 3 years just all conglomerated into one folder, and I realized I had 900 plus, audio files, and I was just like, it would be a good idea to sort these into like high energy and low energy songs, because some of them are and some of them aren't, and like some of them really, really drastically clash, because I saved those songs and picked them out whenever I picked them out based on the mood that I was in at that time. So like, I figured I should sort some shit. And good lord, it has been a Herculean task. That's a lot of episodes. Yeah, I know, 178. I'm getting close to 200. Before you know it, I will be celebrating 250 and then 300. It has been a hot minute, hasn't it? Been about, what, 2 weeks since I last had a hardcore episode, I think? Or maybe not 2 weeks. Maybe it just feels like 2 weeks. Maybe it's only been a week and a half. I don't know. Hey, Bathwater. Oh, wow. It's been a minute since I saw you. Hey, Cyberdoge. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you all here. I had 2 questions. What is it that I'm building now, and how long have I been on this world? Okay. Well, I guess I can... You know what? I'll use free cam just because it's easier to show you. I don't want to fly off and, like, fly and leave where I am. So this is my giant hardcore Tower of Autism. I'm in the middle of building this last 6th most wall. I only use this for free cam, just so that I can have an easy way of examining what I'm doing without having to waste rockets. It's a giant hexagon. This is what it looks like from above. There is an equally large pit underneath that I spent like a month and a half digging out using duplicated TNT way back in, what was it, 2021? It's been a hot minute. I've had this world for about almost 2 years now. It'll be 2 years in... I don't remember. When, what would be... What's the metric? It would be like late September 2021, I believe. So like getting up there. In about a month, it will be 2 years old. I've been on this world for... Oh god. The day should be messed up. It's day 764, but I messed up the day count due to a mod. I installed a mod called Dimensional Doors a while ago, and then accidentally loaded up the world while that mod was not installed, and then I quickly reinstalled it. I had no idea it would mess up my day count. So my actual time, like the stats, the things that actually matter, have me at time played 30 days 75, so about almost 31 days of playtime. Time with world open is 37 days, so that kind of, I guess that counts like the pause screen. I think 30 days and 75% of a day, I think that's a pretty good metric. That puts me in like the 2,000 day range, which is far more accurate. So yeah, the daytime days, that's not gonna be as on the nose as it should be. So just, realize that. Hey Chase Krug, what are my opinions on the R Batman Arkham subreddit? I don't care about Batman in the slightest, so I have no opinion. The only good Batman movies were the ones by Christopher Nolan. And I don't give a shit about anything else cape-wise. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, any of those other big superhero movies, they can all rot. I'm not even slightly interested in them. Though I will admit, the Iron Man movie from 2008 was pretty damn good too. And that's just because it told a good story. But the very concept of superheroes is retarded. What the... Oh no, did I mess this up? Oh no, I messed this up. Oh my god. Or wait. Did I build on the wrong plane? I think I built on the wrong plane. Okay, yeah, I did mess up, but I messed the placement of this up. Oh god, that means the one above it is messed up too. Shite. So I wanted to alternate these. I could maybe still do that. Okay, well, either way, I'm gonna have to tear this up because I messed up. Yikes. God, that feels bad. Oh, whoops. Turn that all off. Didn't mean to turn that on. It's generating the item. Let me turn shaders on and off. There we go. Yeah, it's generating like the item ESP around it. I don't intend for that to be on. I think that is... No, ESP is on. Okay. I turned that off. That may be why that was showing up. I only use the hack client for this, for free camming, just because it's easy. And I don't have to change out mods or add new mods, and I can just keep future enabled, but only for this. I have everything else turned off. Anyway. So yeah, all the superhero companies fell off. Used to enjoy Marvel and DC. Damn. That's disheartening. But yeah, no, I was never a fan of cape shit. The only good stuff was basically Batman, and only the Christopher Nolan movies, because it put it through a lens that I'd never expected to see, you know, Batman through. Batman was always campy or silly or a little too fantastical for its own good. And the Christopher Nolan movies really like recontextualized Batman in a good way. He gave life, you know, Christian Bale gave life to the role in a way that I didn't expect. And there were just so many interesting twists. I liked it. It was a good series of movies. Did I watch the 2022 Batman? No, I didn't, and I've not cared. I don't care to. There's just nothing in it for me, because cape shit is gay. No, it's really more just like it's a remnant of a bygone era. That's really what it feels like. Like, all joking aside, all teasing and stuff aside, like it feels... Cape shit feels very out of place. It's not... It's just not what it should be. Like I said, it always felt campy or silly or never that realistic, I guess. But like, I don't mind fantasy movies, like shit like Lord of the Rings or whatever. I don't know, I guess there's like a lack of grounding. I guess that's really kind of what it boils down to. A lack of grounding gives these movies, you know, a huge minus in my my opinions. Yeah, you can definitely agree with that. Yeah, I understand, Rafe. Okay. Well, ow. I don't think I dropped any slabs. Cool. Normally I do. To be fair, Invincible is an amazing interpretation. Yeah, that's a good... They chose a good medium for it, which was cartoons. There were a lot of really good superhero cartoons once upon a time, like Static Shock, Batman Beyond, the original Batman the Animated Series. Like, the cartoon medium and the anime medium give a whole new definition and a whole new life to some of these things. That's fine. But that's just sort of the inherent thing with those mediums. You can sort of get away with that, I guess. But when you're making a live-action movie, you really, really need, like, you need to be firing on all cylinders, and that just didn't it. So that's predominantly why I have a problem with it. Like, there are just so many shows that cannot make the jump to a real-life action-y, or not action-y, but a real-life, you know, living setting. Like, I'll never forget how bad Cowboy Bebop was adapted. And that really, like, that was the one anime that I was like, yeah, that can't possibly be, you know, bad, right? That's the one live adaptation I could see working out tremendously. Nope. No. Just no. Maybe that was a mishandling on the part of the people involved. Maybe that's just the life cycle of anime. It just does not work. Cartoon stuff is very difficult to adapt. Anything cartoony of the slightest element, it's just nigh impossible to adapt. And you could even argue that Cowboy Bebop, the anime itself, was like a fluke in terms of how amazing it is. So I don't know. That's just life. Some things work in one way, but they don't work in another, and you just have to accept that. You're not going to be able to make, you know... You're not going to, like... What's a good example of, like, flirting the line? Like, flirting the line would be something like Space Jam or Who Framed Roger Rabbit. You know, really good, but, like, obviously not too serious. Not trying to take itself too seriously, I guess. I don't know. That's an element that live action will inherently have. It will be trying to take itself seriously. And that's because it's real life. This was filmed with real people, you know? That's a different type of feeling. It's an organically different experience. You can't really fake that. What did I think about One Piece? I've never actually seen too much or read too much One Piece. Oh shit, that's right, I messed this one up too. I've got to, or well actually, You know what, maybe I don't. Can I get away with doing every other? Shit, maybe I can't. Maybe the placement of this is messed up. No matter how I look at this. But yeah, One Piece I've never really... haven't given too much thought to. One Piece just doesn't tickle my fancy. I don't know. I always told myself I would go back and watch/read all of One Piece when it's finished. But now it's just so large, I don't think I want to bother. I mean, there are some shows and some series that are just so large, you won't be able to get into them. They are a fucking maze. I just don't have the time. Like, I have, literally, right now, 7 other tabs open that are all YouTube videos. And they're all 2 hours plus a piece. I've got 20th Century Boys, the Weird World of Mighty Morphing Power Rangers, the Rat Race movie, which I talked about Rat Race a while ago. I've got Utopia by Sir Thomas More. Like, I've got so much shit to comb through. One Piece, like, God, the back burner is as big as the universe. The things you can deal with in your hands immediately, right now, are just so tiny. You've only got 2 hands. You only got 2 eyes. You only got 1 brain. Or 1 brain with 2 hemispheres. Like, you just don't have all of this stuff going on. You gotta sleep. You gotta eat. You gotta shit. You gotta bathe. You gotta, you know, go outside. You gotta do all this. You gotta go here. You gotta go there. Like, there's just so much stuff that needs to be done. I don't have the time to be... 20th Century Boys is so good. Yeah, exactly, Rafe. I'm getting into that via a spoiler in-depth analysis video because I cannot sit there and read all of 20th Century Boys. That's just how it is. And I don't know. It sucks, but like, that's life. You will not be able to sample every little thing out there that everybody will rave and rant about. And that's just all the good stuff. Like, there's so much bad stuff you can waste your time on. But like, if you're just sitting back and watching old stuff from when you were a kid or from before you were born, because there's a plethora of good old media to, you know, partake of, you will literally spend a lifetime on that. Because at some point you'll just be like, okay, you know, there's this, and this, there's these old movies, these old games, these old whatever. You can run through 60 plus years of just sampling stuff from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. There we go. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's 6 blocks between layers. Can't believe I screwed that up. But yeah, like, the back burner will only eternally grow. It will never get to the point where you shrink the back burner. The only time the back burner goes away is if civilization goes away, or you die, in which case, yeah, you can't complete anything else if you're dead. So, that's just about it. That's the end of it. It sucks, but like that's life. You will only have so much stuff. You'll only be able to get so large a slice of the pie. And it seems like the pie is so unimaginably vast. You're not going to be able to get it all. That's just all there is to it. Anyway, in other news, my wonderful friend and lifelong companion, my bestest of buddies and chums and pals, has found me in his own time, completely unaware of my own searching efforts. Alpha found a warm ocean. So I'm going to go move into that sucker. Unfortunately, it's a lot farther away than I'd have liked, but oh well. So yeah, warm ocean. That was a disappointment yesterday on 2B2T. I found the tiniest fucking little patch of warm ocean. But Alpha Computer managed to come through. Based, as always, based in the chat, everybody. Thank Alpha Computer, based God. He is so good. I do not deserve him as a compadre. It does get tricky to take time out of your day to do stuff. That's how it is. How old was I when I started playing 2B2T? I was 34 next month, so minus 11 years. So I was 23. I was about 23 when I joined 2B2T. Or well, no, I was 22. I was 22 because I went and joined 2B2T in February of 2012. And in February of 2012, that was about 6-7 months before September, which was my birthday. So I don't need to say, but thank you for the entertainment. You're so welcome, Bathwater. Thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it, man. You take care. I'm glad to have talked and, I don't know, said things pleasantly, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, I was 22 when I joined 2B2T. So yeah, so that'll be 12 years this February. So 34, yeah. Yeah, I'll be 34 in February. I'll be 34 next month. So yeah, I'll be 34 and a half in February, realistically. So like, yeah, that's how it goes. Time only passes. Time only gets bigger and bigger. You just learn to deal with that, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, wow, it's telling me this is your first super chat, Bathwater. Congratulations. I guess, I don't know. But yeah, the time I've spent on 2B2T, I thought for sure I was done. Simply because the place had been allowed to fall to pieces. I'm happy that it didn't, though. I do actually unironically want the best for 2B2T. I really do. What that looks like exactly is anyone's guess. Just because the way Housemaster has run the server has always been strange or puzzling or distressing or whatever. Oh well, what can you do? 2bgt.org/apology. What? Thank you, Syndicate. Holy shit. Oh my god, what? An apology and explanation. Hello, this is the founder of 2B2T, Housemaster. I mean, I guess. I have no way to know that for sure, Housemaster, but sure, I guess I'll believe you, I don't know. In this post, I will be attempting to explain the decisions made and the changes that I have inflicted. I have inflicted changes upon you. I mean, at least he admits it. This is just... I'm 5 seconds in and I'm laughing my ass off. This is so good. I guess. I mean, are you gonna before we go any further? Are you gonna explain the decisions made and the changes that you have inflicted upon 2B2T before 1.19? Because you're explaining and apologizing I guess this is an apology. We'll see. We'll see how much of an apology it really is, of course. But I have inflicted upon, with the 1.19 update, the decisions were mine alone. Yeah, that's typical. Like, I completely expected that. Okay, so again, are you going to apologize for all the shit from literally the last 12 years? Like, no? Are you going to apologize to me specifically for deleting my first end base? No? Oh, well, imagine that. Anyway, though they are understandably disliked and disagreed upon by a large part of the community, you should know why I made these decisions and the reasoning behind them, as I made them with the good intentions. And actually, unironically, I believe him. Like, Housemaster's a human. He's a person. He's just like you or I. Yeah, he's a jerk. But, I mean, so are like 50 million other people who are, you know, part of the 2BGT community. Like, the total number of people who've joined the server over the years, what? That's 200,000? 300,000? What number of them, what percentage of those people are assholes? I don't know. Is it really that shocking? Should it be that shocking to anyone? Not really. Okay. Soft item economy reset. This, in my opinion, the soft item economy reset is like the least egregious, in my opinion. Some people are still up in arms about that because you can't get griefed by Housemaster. That's so off limits. That's so terrible. Oh God, oh no. The sky is falling. My thoughts behind this was to slow down the initial rush of player progression into 1.19 and to allow for a different meta and to make items somewhat valuable again, even if just for a short period. Yes, short, right. It was very, very short, trust me. I can say this now because this has been patched. I have a stack of netherite blocks. Get fucked. Anyway, the decision was made with the thought that the remaining massive amount of items would be back in players' hands very quickly. Yeah. As was an inevitable dupe. Yep. Yeah. Occurring things would be back to normal within a month or two. A month or two. My fucking sides. It's not even been a week. Anyway, I understand that this is very upsetting to many players, and it is only ever done with the first time since the server's launch. And I will never perform such a global item reset again. Well, I mean, we only have your word on that. But I did kind of theorize that he really wouldn't be able to do this again simply because people will get wise to this. You know, this came out of left field. It blindsided everyone. No one could have prepared for this. And as a result, everyone was pretty unilaterally hit by it. But now you're aware this is a thing he may be able to do. This also dispels the misunderstanding that it was only the update from 1.12 to 1.19 that facilitated this. And that it could only be performed while updating. Meaning you'd have to backdate to 1.12 and then update to 1.19 again. No, that's not how this works. The changes present in 1.13 and greater allow for this to be doable repeatedly. But that, of his word, he's saying, I will never do this again. Okay. This is Noah coming out of the Ark, looking up into the sky and seeing the rainbow that says, I'll never flood the world again, I promise, pinky promise, swear, cross my fingers. You know, that kind of thing. That always remains to be seen. We don't really know that. However, as I said, people will grow wise to it. There were probably means to circumvent the item culling if you had been aware of it. If you knew ahead of time this was going to happen, you might have been able to prepare about it. You might have been able to do something. Who really knows? Would a zombie holding a shulker box, would that have gotten culled? Who really knows? I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. I didn't know to prepare for this any more than anyone else. But that, it was an idea. Would Housemaster have looked at item frames holding shulkers? That's an option. That might have circumvented this. Now, it may not have preserved illegal items, but it might have preserved your stack of totems, or your shulker full of totems, I mean. Might have preserved your shulker full of fireworks. Who really knows? And I always argue that all you might have to do is simply do this. Okay? See all this shit? Okay? Here's my Boy Scout box. Oh man, I've worked so hard for 2 years to get all this shit, right? Housemaster, if he'd had his way, all of this would be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. I'd have lost all of this. Okay? But if I flew out over here, onto that hill, or no, beyond that hill, okay? And I just drop this on the ground like that. And I fucking jet, and I leave, okay? And that shulker box is in unloaded chunks. And I just leave it there in the middle of bumfuck nowhere where no one is ever gonna come by. Would the update to 1.12 to 1.19, if someone had done that, would the contents of this shulker in unloaded chunks as an item entity on the ground, would they have been altered? Would they have been untouched? I don't know. And that's how things are. That's how this is. Like, it is but a matter of time before these types of things are found out and circumvented. This is just not the sort of thing you can do more than once. People will get wise to it. Now, obviously, you don't like it, and I get that. You know, I didn't like it either, but it also wasn't that bad in the grand scheme of things. But people are smart. People will figure out ways of getting around this. This is not something I see Housemaster doing again, because there's just nothing else he can really, like, he would have to do it so frequently. Progression itself would be almost impossible. Like, that's how absurd this has to be. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that part. I understand this is very upsetting. This will never be done again. Okay, after 2 weeks into the update and some reflection, I admit that this decision was not in alignment with 2B2T's Anarchy spirit, nor my own vision of how I thought I would operate this server in the past. Okay. I guess I understand. I guess I accept that. Duplication clarification. This was a mistake that I regret including within the post itself. This was not an attempt to completely prevent dupes, and duplication items are not removed after a dupe is patched. Yeah, I already tried to clarify that already. Like, I could already tell you that was not the case. You could dupe post 1.19. People already have. It's just, and by the way, those items have not been touched either. And again, I'm not worried about that. That said, like, come on now. This was merely a means to prevent people from lagging the server into oblivion, which was always the point. No Server November, the book club, shit like that. That was what that was aimed at. People who are going to upset the server in how it functions on some fundamental level. Banning players from the game, making the server inoperable. That's a bridge too far, and that does kind of go too... I mean, yeah, it's against the spirit of anarchy, I will admit. I'm not saying I want those things explicitly forbidden. But that I get why you can't allow those things to just run rampant either. So, this is the arms race that the people of 2B2T versus the admin will always be engaged in. There will always be this, I'm going to do something to ruin the server, and you're going to do something to try to prevent me. That is, it's the hacker versus the people who patch exploits. Like, it's the eternal arms race between them. That's just how it is. There will always be a new hack, there will always be a new exploit, and there will always be the patch that fixes it. That's life. You just got to deal with it. I'm sorry. Anyway, duplications are more or less a part of 2B2T. Exactly. While we always patch dupes as they are discovered, players are allowed to duplicate since the beginning of the server and have always been able to keep these until House screwed up and decided that deleting that was a good idea. Chat rules and anarchy. Oh boy. Oh man, this is a minefield if ever I saw one. The truth is that the server has always had a few rules. Yep. Sadly but true, that has been always the case. People like Fit and the Camping Rusher and so many others have propagated the idea that this is as anarchy gets, I guess. And that has been somewhat true, but that you can only do so much anarchy and it not break the bank. realistically, there do have to be some restrictions and some means of stopping people. That's just that. Again, that's life. I'm sorry. This is the closest thing you'll ever get, though. The server's always had a few rules, and it is necessary to enforce certain in-game restrictions. Yeah, like no cheat. See, this was the exact same thing I said many, many, many years ago, well before the Camping Rusher. There was some person in chat in like 2013, 2014 who was complaining that the server had anti-cheat. This is an anarchy server. Why do we have anti-cheat? And it's really at this point that I kind of just sort of figured out, you know, the server has no rules because a rule is a voluntary thing. It is a guideline that you have the option to follow. And oftentimes there are punishments for breaking the rules. You don't have to follow the rules. You don't. There may be some sort of consequence to that, but rules are by and large voluntary. However, there are some restrictions. Restrictions are not rules. Restrictions are a literal stop or prevention that prevents you from doing something. Anti-spam, no cheat, you know, a duplication exploit being patched, things like that. A hard fix to the way the game's mechanics work to prevent you from doing a thing that would otherwise break the bank. And these have always been the case. I even said during the, it was the 2B2T Union, I went into their Discord, I think it was Sunday night, and I had a debate with some of their people. And there have always been these things. For example, Flight. Flight was possible via a hacked client up until about mid to late beta, at which point no cheat became very popular and people started using it, including House. Well, when no cheat went into effect, sorry, you can't fly anymore. There were a handful of people who had more private flight exploits, but eventually those got patched too. And for a time, flying was genuinely impossible. Was there anything wrong with that? No. It was a restriction that the server placed upon you. And that sucks. Nobody likes new restrictions. I get that. One such major restriction that went into effect literally during the Rusher era was in late August, about this time, 2016. What happened? Elytra were disabled for the very first time. In the wake of Nerds Inc. gaining op in early 2016, they used Boatfly. What happened? All rideable vehicles and entities were disabled for some number of months until that was fixed. That was a restriction placed upon us, the player base, and we had to abide by it. We had no option. It sucked. I didn't like it. Boat travel, horses, things that you would otherwise have used they were just not there. It sucked. There was a time, like right now, on Constantium, you can't use Elytra until the 30th. That sucks. But sometimes restrictions do need to be put in place. The most famous restriction was, funny enough, access to the server itself. Once upon a time, there was a famous exploit called Tell at A. That fucker basically made the entire server slow to a crawl and then get shut down for a few days in order to fully patch. It sucked, but we all made do. Just is what it is. Sometimes you gotta restrict things. I don't like it, but that's life. This shit has always been there. That's the exact same thing I've been saying from the beginning. These things have always existed. It's just that the newer players are only just now really being made aware of it, because there's been this long span of time where this hasn't been the case because House has been dormant. Oh well. Now you get it. At least I hope. Anyway, for example, we request that players do not attempt to lag the server, otherwise cause disruption for players that would make it not able to be enjoyed. Yeah, that makes sense. The other rule is that you're not to be involved in any sort of egregious harassment or bullying or threats in-game or reaching outside of the game, like doxing Jared 2013. Like, so many kids have engaged in that type of behavior. And that was going to get them in trouble with Mojang. And by them, I mean Housemaster and his team. That was going to become a problem one day, sooner or later. And I get that this place is not supposed to be nice. You're not meant to be, this is not Easy Street. 2B2T is meant to be a difficult server. It really is. And the sad part is it has become such an easy server. It really has. Well, now you're getting firsthand experience that is not the case. Sorry. That's life. The other rules, you're not to do all that, right? Server. That is not what the server is about, and there's a zero tolerance policy for this. Okay, fair enough. I still consider the server to be anarchy. But this is a game and there are limits. We only try to intervene when necessary for the server to function and remain online. Okay, I can more or less accept that. Others may not be able to. But I understand. Chunk culling. Ooh boy, this is the hard one. This is the worst. The most egregious problem that Housemaster opened was the culling of chunks. This was another difficult decision. Honestly, this is a decision that shouldn't have happened. I'm sorry. I in no way can defend the loss of chunks like this because they are themselves a type of history. Yeah, nothing may have happened in them, but that's still part of the server. There's just no excusing that. This was another difficult decision. I do understand that electroflight trails would become non-existent and that certain players who enjoyed hunting them would be upset. Okay. But I believe the positive outweighs the negatives. Oh, really? Okay, we'll see. The reason is that there's simply such an extreme amount of these unmodified chunks generated with the cheats or exploits that have been available over the years, particularly on the long period version of 1.12. The world size has more than tripled because of this, and it would become a challenge to maintain it. I don't know about that one, Chief. Server size, I admit, would eventually become a problem. But, I'm pretty sure hosting such a server has never been that hard. Okay, let's Google real fast. What is the largest commercially available hard drive? Largest commercially available hard drive. What is the largest amount I can get my hands on right now? As of August 2023, the largest storage component you can buy is a 5-year-old 100 terabyte solid-state drive from Nimbus, and it'll cost you $40,000. What the flying fuck? Holy shit, that's expensive. 100 terabytes solid-state drive. It's a 5-year-old product for a $40,000 price tag. Oh my god. Excuse me while I pick my jaw up off the floor. God damn, 40K. Is that fair? Is that... I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I guess that is an excuse. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus, with a clone of himself, doing an anal position. Oh my god. 40, there's no way that number is accurate. No. Just, no. I fail to believe that. No. There's no way a 100 terabyte solid state drive is 40K. Okay. What if I didn't want it to be a solid state drive, as unfortunate as that is? The two biggest hard disks are 22 terabytes, with a 26 terabyte model unveiled last year in 2022, although you won't be able to buy them, as it is a data center only product. What the fuck? Well, I'm sure the server is hosted in a data center somewhere, so that may not actually be... But it's still only 26 terabytes. That's smaller than the world size now. Damn, maybe if 100 terabytes is legitimately the upper limit, maybe this is a valid argument. Like, I'll admit, I don't know a whole lot about tech, so it's not like I'm genuinely the person to ask here. But, like, Jesus Christ. I am shocked, dude. I am shocked. Okay, so if you have any hopes whatsoever, it's gotta be a solid state drive. Pretty much. $5 terabyte external. Well, now that begs the question, how is the server hosted? What is the server hosting? Like, what on earth does Housemaster have? What is the current thing? Like, oh my god. Okay, well. Yikes. Anyway. That was a tangent I didn't expect to have blow my mind. It is in my opinion that if these chunks generate as of new, more interesting terrain instead of the old, more ancient terrain with this massive world size, it would be more fun and interesting instead of adding on to its size unnecessarily. I also believe that the mixed generation of new terrain with the established older terrain increasing towards spawn in all dimensions would be more fun to newer and older players alike. Maybe. I don't know. That's a bit iffy. I felt that updating 1.19 and later, it would take so much away from the experience and the achievement, with so much of the world remaining as an unmodified 1.12 terrain. There are measures put in place to protect any chunk that has been significantly modified by a player to preserve any possible history within, while also creating an interesting path forward as the server stays up to date with the newer versions. Okay. There's a full backup of the 112 world made before this, to always have the possibility of retrieving old chunks for any reason as necessary. Okay. But it's totally inaccessible for us. Us plebeians will never get to see that world, I guess. Whatever. World Hidden Seed and Custom Vanilla Generator. Now, this is actually something I fully and completely support. As annoying as it was flying around for hours on end trying to find a warm ocean, I like the fact that I can't be found as easily. I like the fact that there is an unexpected nature to 2B2T now. It's still vanilla as far as I can tell, but it's not like, oh, well, just plug this into a midst and you know, just there you go. Like, I'm sure it will be exploitable. This is not foolproof, but it does make people have to really work for it, and your average person's not going to bother. So it's more or less as foolproof as it can realistically be. I'm okay with that. My thought is that I do believe it will be more fun for players to find terrain unexpectedly as it was intended for the server itself. Yeah, I agree. I also hope that it will make it possible to share screenshots and videos of the base, so the community needs to investigate this part further. Well, it's hard to know for sure. We'll just have to experiment and find out. Ah, well. Other chat stuff. Green text was removed as I no longer want this on the server, as it was mostly just misused for spam. Yeah, I guess. That's sad because it is a remnant of a bygone era. I really enjoyed how 4chan-ish the server was, and I really miss green text. But that, truly, we cannot have nice things. I get that. If it was just the older player base, we could probably have nice things. But this ain't it. We're just not there anymore. That's sad. But what can you do? Death messages. As it is experimental, it may be reverted. What I wanted to test here was that with very high player counts, the death messages would quickly become spam and thus meaningless. Yeah. When they are displayed only for a player that dies within your render distance, they are more meaningful when you are the player and with others experiencing this in PvP. Yeah, you actually get the feeling of someone dying. It's important. I can see that. Okay. Very interesting. The test of the anti-X-ray has been reverted. Oh my god, that's huge. Anti-X-ray has been reverted. Holy shit, the test of the anti-X-ray is gone. Go netherite hunting now. Quick, 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 quick. This is your only chance. This is the only option you may have. He may revert it again. He may go back on this. I highly doubt he will. But you never know. Okay. I am truly sorry for the players who feel betrayed or disappointed, and for those who have lost a certain level of trust they had established. I argue that that trust establishment was their own foolishness to a large degree, but I was taught this a very long time ago, and it would do you all well to know this thing too. This is an element of human nature, okay? People will forget what you do. Maybe not right away, maybe not in 100 years, but eventually. People will forget what you do. People will forget what you say. Maybe not right away, maybe not in 100+ years. You know, there are famous authors who have got their works more or less immortalized in the public sphere. But by and large, people will forget what you say. That includes written word. Okay. But on an individual basis, people will never forget how you made them feel. Now, yes, feeling can be irrational. Feelings can change on a dime. Feelings are more or less not the most reliable thing in the world. But feelings do exist for a reason. They don't exist just because they have their purpose. People will never forget how you've made them feel. And I will admit, House has betrayed a lot of those feelings on accident. Part of it is also just miscommunication. A lot of this is, to my understanding, a lot of this is based on miscommunication. There have been a lot of people over the years, like Fit, like Sal, like Fast Vincent, like so many others, who have said this is an anarchy server. To be fair, that bluff was never called until now. I'm sorry, but that's life. Things change. You don't like it? I know. I'm sorry. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. Sometimes all you need to be doing is sitting in your own living room minding your own business, and some crazy person in a car drives through your front window. It sucks. I hate that bad stuff happens, but that's life. Bad stuff happens sometimes. No amount of negotiation, no amount of pleading, no amount of any of that will reverse it. I can no more make this revert and go back to the way things were than you can. And in all honesty, even if House were to roll back every single thing he did right now, the damage is done. People's opinions have already been formed on this, more or less. It's just how it is. So, at the very least, make your peace with it, live your life how you can. Sorry if you had your feathers ruffled. But sometimes your feathers get ruffled. Ah well. I apologize and I may only ask for your forgiveness going forward, and I hope that if you still play on the server, you have a good time, and that I may hope you regain your trust. Oh. Well, I, as someone who has a decade plus experience with this place, already knew to more or less expect this shit. You haven't done anything to me, Housemaster. I'm already beyond having worried about this. If you feel like anything here was missed or should be brought up, please provide your feedback, blah, 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 blah. Housemaster, discuss. Okay. Duly noted. So, now that we know what we know, are you all still upset? How are you feeling? Does this make you want to go back to 2B2T, Sal C1? I'm joking. I don't care if he goes back or not. That's up to him. But if it does, cool. If it doesn't, cool. I understand. You know. That's how it is. Do end crystals require obsidian? End crystals require a gas tier and an Eye of Ender. You're talking about the respawn anchor. That requires crying obsidian. Ah, fuck. Me personally, I'm not really phased. Shit. Wow. I am so bad at getting up on these ledges. 7 glass, eyes under gas tier. Yeah, what Poncho said. That's the recipe. Sal's priority banned. He can't go back. Ouch. Well, like I said yesterday, I wouldn't be surprised if he was. Should I make a Space Fortress 3 or just continue making 2 because I don't know what to do? I don't know, man. That's up to you. Jake the Snake 52, there's a name you haven't heard in a while. Yeah, he's been around. This whole drama has brought a lot of people out of the woodwork. Myself included, funny enough. Hey, I'm enjoying it. Like, I don't care. We will do 2B2T stuff come Monday. I have all weekend to do stuff and to prepare things. We will be building a base because Alpha Computer has found me the biome that I desire, and he's found a big one. One that's actually worth basing in. So, I'm going to be moving to that Warm Ocean, and we're going to be moving our items and shit over there, and more or less just setting up shop and making a base. And we'll see what we can do. Should be fun. But yeah, damn, that's wild. You could downdate 2B2T to 112. He could. Housemaster could. That depends on if you have the map that he's referring to, the untouched 1.12 map. But as we've all just found out, hard drives are not cheap. Especially if you want the best of the best of the best. That shit will run you back $40,000. 40,000 didgeridoos for a 100 terabyte solid state drive. That is insanity. But like, I guess that's just where tech is at. 5-year-old product, by the way. Special order only. Damn. Yeah, I already have priority. If you want to give me priority for next month, go ahead. If anyone wants to be that generous, I don't mind. If not, I'll work it out. It's fine. But yes, it's absolutely crazy. I actually kind of see now. I'm still not in favor of the idea of chunk culling, but if chunk culling is going to have to become normal simply because we will not be able to fucking run the server, I guess that's just how it is. I did actually expect this problem. I just thought that, you know, technology would solve the problem eventually. But damn, what's the largest terabyte hard drive I can get my hands on? Well, it's 100 terabytes for $40,000. Apparently. That's nuts. Just freaking nuts. That is dick and peanut butter. Fucking nuts. Not even House is stupid enough to buy that. Stop talking about tech. Okay, then where is the best hard drive, Ta? Best hard drive. Okay, written in on Tom's Hardware. Okay. Best hard drives 2023, top HDDs for desktop PCs and other stuff. Seagate Fire 8 terabyte. Seagate Fire CUDA 8 terabyte. Okay. Best hard drive for a server. Let's specify that. Server hard drive buying guide. Okay, shop SSDs. What we got? 240 gig. Okay. Oh, well shit, I was misled. I'm sorry. I guess I misgoogled. 240 gig. Oh, gig. Fuck, not terabyte. We need terabytes, not gigs. 1.92 terabytes SATA. These are old. Never mind. I misread 240 gig with 240 tera. No. My bad. Buy similar drives and run them on a RAID. Okay, you said that twice now. I'm so sorry. I did not see your comment. Well, if that works out, then fine. But even that will be a prohibitively expensive endeavor after a time. I wouldn't actually be surprised if a lot of the priority money that House has earned over the years has gone to that. Making hard drives. Getting server stuff. Boosting performance. Making shit work. Maintenance costs. Like, that does not surprise me. I'm still sure he's making a comfortable living, but he's not hurting for money. But that... Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, fuck. Storage is expensive, that's not a new thing. Okay. Well, as long as it is a solvable problem, we all at some point just kind of expected 2B to become so unmanageably large that it will just be too much. And that might kill the server. Like, that was a concern we had about 6 or 7 years ago. The person does frequent backups, probably goes with more little speed. Okay. More speed, less storage. All right. A lot of people always thought House was pocketing all the money. That's a possibility. He might not have been able to. I'm sure it's still a good, comfortable living. Just that it is not, oh, I'm a millionaire now. Like, I would not mind if he shared in autistic detail all of his financials, all the servers, you know, statistics, and the logistics of running it. Like, that would be a great step. If he's so concentrated and so concerned with restoring the trust that he said he wants to rebuild, start by opening up and saying everything about how he's run the server for the last, I don't know, since Russia. More or less since the server blew up. Show off everything. All the financials, the formation of all the businesses, like, be open and honest and transparent about that. He doesn't have to be, but if he really wants to make that transparent, or make the jump for people, you know, build that trust again, show your work, show everything. That would be the best way to do that. That would be a great first start. I doubt he will do that. I do not for an instant think he will do that. But that would be a great start. Don't buy drives over 8 terabytes and don't host data on solid states. Okay, fair enough. See, I don't know that about tech, Top. So that's stuff I would do. That's the folly of the ignoramus like me. So, like, don't take every bit of opinion I have at face value. Take some things I say with a grain of salt, guys. I'm human. I'm fallible. It's okay. We all are. But I do trust people like Ta, who have very clear tech experience and insight. But anyway. Okay. So, like, I could see if you know what you're doing and you have a lot of money to spare, you can probably get away with doing things right without worrying about it catching up to you. But House may not have that type of a person on his team. I don't know. We don't know who's on his team. We don't know who does what. So I couldn't tell you. But that's just how it is. LA's are poncho hamsters? Oh, okay. Hey, chat, what, make space to... Oh, no, don't ask the chat that. They'll tell you the wrong thing, man. Could have made gaps stacked 2 or 3, though. That might not actually have been a bad idea, but that would have kind of violated vanilla a little bit more than he would have been comfortable with. I don't know. We'll see. Honestly, I think Mojang should probably do that. Make gaps stack to 4. It's a perfect square, and Mojang loves perfect squares. And it is reasonably small. You can get 4 gapples over the course of, you know, plundering and looting ancient cities or whatever. And it doesn't make you an unstoppable fucking Terminator. Gapples are a reasonably limited resource and also a huge powerhouse. Make it to where I have to work for my dinner, as it were. I could see that. I would have like 3 or 4 stacks of gapples, and they only stack to 4, so I would only have 12 gapples on me at any one time, and it takes up 4 slots of my inventory. I could see that as a decent compromise. That would be okay, in my opinion. How badly do you think 1.19 affected the Fortnite item shop? Who knows? Who knows? I'm wondering how the shops are all doing too. It was probably done to make converting the world to 1.19 faster. Maybe. And also the reasons that he listed. He wanted those chunks to have more interesting shit in them than 1.12 boring bullshit that people generated flying around and around and around for hours autistically. Because that's what people do. People autistically flying in circles for days on end probably bloated the server to hell and back. Good to know he has. That's a big step in House's situation. Yes, that was a smart idea. Making that post, it's not going to fix anything. But if he really does want to re-establish all of that trust, a great first step is to be as open and transparent starting now, and possibly even a little retroactively. Show the books. What did you spend all your money on? How did you spend it? How much money did you take in and when? How have you managed the server? Own up to your lack of managing the server. Say, hey, look, I failed you guys in this, and this month. I'm sorry. We'll do better going forward. That would be a great way to do it. I'll tell you right now, if I had inherited the server, because there were times, in the past that I dreamed about doing that. That would have been one of the very first things I'd have done. I'd have been like, okay, I'm not Housemaster. I'm Jacktherippa. I'm now in charge of this place. I'm going to be as open and honest with you guys as I can possibly do. Some things I have to be quiet about just because. But for the most part, you're going to know what's going on. And I'm not going to pull my punches. That's how I would run things. I wouldn't be, foolish about it. I wouldn't say it's my way or the highway. I would be like, okay, let me get a feel for some of these things. Let me understand what's going on. Here's how I'm spending the money, the priority money you guys are all giving me, etc., etc., etc. Like, that's an excellent way to run anything, any business. Like, you are, hopefully, doing what you're supposed to. You can demonstrate on a whim you're doing what you're supposed to. And you dispel all doubt to your credibility. You kind of have to check your ego to a degree. And that's very hard for men. Men, we have an ego. Like, that's just how it is. That's biology. The male ego is a very tough thing to get in control. But it's worth it to get it under control. It'll probably be one of the toughest things you ever do, but it is worth it. And there we go. And I'm out of blackstone slabs. Or at least I'm out of my inventory's worth. I should have another box. I only need like 6 blocks for spacing purposes. Okay. I love the block cutter so much, or the stone cutter so much. It's so good. Okay. Let's get up here. I wanna get a well, let me finish this ring portion, semicircle, whatever. Let me finish this bit first, And I'm going to take a free cam far out look and see how it's coming along. It's good to step back and look at things as you make them, not get too caught up in how they're supposed to be. Now there is going to be material that fills in some of the parts here. There we go. 'Cause obviously there are large gaps. Actually, you know, now that I look at it, ooh, what if I did a reversed version of this, but then I reversed it going that way, so that it's, I could maybe swing that. I don't know. I'd need to experiment in a single-player world with cheats and world edit to be able to play around with it to get it to match up the way I'd like. But yeah, I'm liking how that's looking. It's supposed to look like it's under construction. Like, it's not going to be a complete wall like this one or the other one on the other side. But yeah, that about does it. Tomorrow's Friday. Yes, it is. Hey, Cyberdoge, you're going to go. Okay, take care, man. Housemaster dropped the apology. Yeah, I saw Botify. I already read it. You're going to go. Okay, take care of the cat girl, Lana. I don't know if I should be scared for what Fit's going to upload related to 2BTT, or if he's just not going to say anything at all and wait for this stuff to die down. If he's smart, he will wait a month and let this shit settle. I'm a nobody. I can afford to just fuck around and weigh in on this and make fun of it. And, you know, all that. But Fit has millions of subs to disappoint. And you better believe he is engineering some sort of, like, you know, really high-end method of responding. He'd be a fool not to. And Fit is not a fool. Fit knows what he's doing. You may not like him, but he does know what he's doing. Okay, let me get under this thing. There. Perfect. Come on. Let me up there. Shit. I kind of wish these were like ladders instead of a solid block you would stand on. You could not stand inside the scaffolding. You could only climb up the side of the scaffolding. I really wish that's how that was. But oh well. Anyway, oh hey Cuboid. When am I gonna go back to Constantium? Oh, Constantium. Oh. I don't know, probably never. Hard to say. Yeah, Constantium did get boring, I will not lie. We just got too much shit too quickly, and you know, it killed my progression. Killed my desire to progress. Yeah, because his base was boring, he did nothing, no community stuff. Oh, well. Yeah. You know who was also boring, Cuboid? You. Bye. Anyway. He should come to base Euron and Constantium. I might eventually. I don't know. We'll see what 2BGT does. 2BGT is just infinitely better right now because it's more interesting. If Constantium somehow manages to surpass it in interesting, I might return. But for now, I like having Constantium just sort of in the back of my mind. I'm not worried about it. And neither should you. The Lamau, yeah, I know, right? Who was footed down. He's always done that, though. Like, you guys laugh at that, but, like, Cuboid has always come on and called me boring or said I'm wasting my potential or that I whatever this dude, you know, Constantium, that, like, this dude, he's a paint sniffer. Cuboid has never fucking had a cohesive thought in his damn little rattle ear. It's what do they call it? It's like the spray paint cans with the little thing rattling around inside it. Like that's Cuboid. Like you shake him up and you hear the little brain in his head rattling around in his skull, and I'm just like, you've never said anything good or constructive or meaningful ever. Like, just shut up, Cuboid. And yeah, some people are like that. One-track mind, one-track existence, no personality beyond that. Just like, goodbye. There's just nothing to you. I'm out. You can leave. Let me find the door for you, because if I tell you to leave, you will not. But if I escort you out, you will have to leave. So that's why. A shill, exactly. Thank you, Ani. Palpatine moment? Not really. Either or works in this instance. Okay, makes sense. Pop Bob Maraca, good admin. I mean, I like Phantom Captain. He very clearly cares. But Housemaster has just shown up Phantom Captain, basically. Now, we'll see where things go, like I said. But at least for now, you know, I'm having a blast. I'm going to continue enjoying myself. That's why I do this. I'm enjoying myself. Let me enjoy myself. Like, just as a rule of thumb, everybody, if you comment and you chat and you're here and you're there, and all you ever say is the same damn thing over and over and over and over, like Cuboid, because that's all he ever did was just say the same damn thing over and over, just in a slightly more passive-aggressive manner every time. If that's all you are, I don't care to know you. Sorry. But if you're a person, you know, with a personality, and there are multiple facets to you, and you're not just yelling Pop Bob into the void, okay. Maybe. Maybe I can trust you. Maybe I will want to know you. Ah, fuck. I overshot. But yeah, there are just some people who take trolling to a whole level that is, this is all I am. I am only just trolling and I have nothing more else to me. There's nothing inside. I'm hollow. I'm a chocolate bunny at Easter. I have nothing going on. You know, like I said, the little marble inside a paint can rattling around. I'm a shill for this because this is all I am. Like, you can do more. You can do better. You can grow a personality. I actually do want you dead. No, I want you to diversify a little. That's what I want you to do. I don't want you dead. I just want you to grow and diversify. Change. Don't be the same you as you were 10 days ago. Or 10 years ago. Or 2 weeks ago. Like, grow a little. Change a little. You don't have to do a lot, just a little. To be fair, you did ask whether the apology statement is generated with chat by... No, it was not generated by ChatGPT. That was very clearly a real apology. I must look at Discord ASAP. I already have, if you're referring to the apology. I think... Yeah, I knew it. Okay. Yeah, I already read that alpha. Whoa. Rollback. What? Nani? I didn't see anything about a potential rollback. What? I read the apology on the website. I didn't see anything about a rollback. I realized my decision to make this update not end well for people who hope to help a large part of the established, blah, 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 blah. This thread and poll will serve as an initial discussion for potential rollbacks. To perform the update once again from start with the last 1.12 save instead. Oh my god, that would be a nightmare. This would be a significant rollback, not seen before, and there'd be a lot of player progress done already that would be lost. Oh my god. Yikes. If an overwhelming majority believes the server should be rolled back, I will highly consider doing it, with the backing of the 1.19 update itself being so large that this is a once-in-a-lifetime event. If you haven't read the note on the recent apology, we already did. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, well now, how do we know this isn't going to be botted to hell and back? Oh my God, what do I do? What, 50 votes already? I can't see who's voted or what. Oh my no. Yeah, I'm pinning the link right now. This would be it would be very funny. You're not wrong, Ta. This would be very fucking funny, but also nightmarish. Okay. Rollback without item economy reset without the chunk trimming has 54 votes. 15 votes for no rollback, 10 votes for rollback without item economy reset. So basically a hard reset with, you know. But I assume the new generation and the map changes and I guess, I don't know, stuff of that nature. I guess those things would still go into account. So we'd still be able to stream. I'm going to vote no rollback. I don't want any rollback. I enjoy that we are where we are and that things are what they are. Oh man, this just happened. Fuck. 124 votes. Rollback without the item economy or chunk trimming. Yeah, overwhelming majority do not want this. And well. Well, we'll see. Oh man, this would be the worst thing ever if it's more split. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh my god, this is nuts. You're against the rollback, Ani. Okay. Yeah, we already read. We already know Pop Pop, or Long Arm Pop Pop. We already are aware. Damn. I mean, I guess that would prevent... Or no, would that prevent anything? I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. Oh man, I was happy with everything. Now I don't know. I mean, the chunk trimming was egregious. The item economy reset really doesn't matter. It's the hard reset to everything I have. I find that to be just as punishing. Because see, I would lose a lot of annoying things that I had built up. I don't know. I don't know what to feel. I guess it doesn't really matter. I would still press on. We would still build on 2B2T. Nothing would really change. It would be a bummer, but it wouldn't be that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. Oh, take care, Dirt Block. Thanks for coming out, man. Time to watch some fireworks with the popcorn. Oh, I know, right? God. This is going to be... Now, how long is this poll open for? 6 days, 23. So we got a week. So get your votes in. We have a week. Yikes. This is going to be a mess. This is going to be a right fucking hot trash fire dumpster mess. Yeah, I guess now that I really think about it, the only thing that this really does to me personally is that it just resets my progress. So we would not be able to build a base that recently. I guess next week we won't be building a base. I don't know. It depends. Depends on how this all shakes up now. Yikes. God, what a mess. What a hot trash-fueled dumpster hydrogen bomb baby Oppenbarber fueled tragedy of Shakespearean proportions. Yeah. Damn. Just, damn. Now, here's the question, okay? Let's assume that this happens, and the rollback occurs, and, you know, all that, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Does Sal C1 come back? I'm curious now. I have so many questions, yeah. Let me get straight to with House. He's rolling everything back and going to be transparent with things, go through with the update. I don't know about the transparent with things part. But he might realize that this is enough of a mistake to, like, try to rectify it. I don't know, man. Can someone clip the flabbergastedness? Yeah, I'll clip it later, Luke. I'll upload a video, I guess, tomorrow. I don't know. Sal will come back, you think? I don't know. He may have had to, I don't know, eating... well, I don't know. Would he be eating his words, or would he just be victorious? I guess he'd be riding on a wave of victory. I don't know. That's nuts. Like, this is just fucking nuts, man. Just absolute insanity. Well, it would be annoying to have all of my shit respawn, whatever. But it's not like the end of the world. All the restrictions, like the anti-cheat, the new vanilla, or not vanilla, but the new modded terrain generation, the lack of understanding of the seed, all of that would likely still be in effect. So yeah, the only change that I can see would be no chunk trails getting trimmed, which again, that's the only part of this I could not support in any way. But the items would all be back. Housemaster will likely never do this again because he's had to learn this lesson the hard way, that he overstepped his bounds. And I guess that's it. Huh? Time to go live in the millions. I guess. I don't know. Wild though it may sound. The really annoying part is that I literally have a stack of netherite blocks. Like, I don't want to lose those. But I also didn't make them. They were duped. So, like, I guess it doesn't fucking matter. Man, that one group of people who wanted to start a shop are going to get absolutely shit on. Oh well, get wrecked. I don't like shops anyway. Shops are cancerous. Yeah, we know. We know, Mike. I've read it all. It's cool. Get shit on. Yeah, he would be victorious. Do we actually have any idea what this modded terrain looks like? I mean, it looks like 1.19 stuff. It's not special. It just follows a different seed and a slightly different generation algorithm. But it's still very obviously Mojang 1.19 flavored. Like, there's nothing that unique here. It just prevents you from exploiting the terrain as easily. That's all there is. Oh, on vacation, it's 4 a.m. Jeez. Poor Universin. Hold on, I'm telling somebody something. Oh well. Get kicked, people trying to make shop. Yeah, pretty much. Don't reduce the redstone kits. Yeah, I don't think he will. I mean, the item reduction was everything, so yeah, this is a decent. I guess it's a decent enough. I just don't want to have to like restart over from where I was. Like, I had good shit. But alas, if that's how it is, I guess I have no choice. Man, what a wild stream this has been. I haven't had a good stream like this in ages. I fucking need this. I feel bad, though. Like, how are we going to... Well, I don't know. It's too uncertain to really say anything right now. There's so much going on. We can't know until it happens, I guess. Baited half the community to spend hell hours grinding, then reset everything. Love the server. A little bit. Update on the polls numbers. All right, let's see here. What are we at? 320. Rollback without the economy reset. Without the chunk trimming. 91. Rollback without the economy reset. And 110. No rollback at all. So it is neck and neck for rollback without the item economy reset and rollback, and no rollback. So those are neck and neck. But that's really only 1/3 of... Or no, sorry. That's 1/4? Or no, there's like 500 votes. So it's really like 1/5. Yeah, 1/5 is no rollback. The other 5th is rollback without the item economy reset. And then 3/5 is just... Shit it all back to the start and start over. That's where we are. And I guess I can't blame them. Oh. Oh, hey, Maxie. I guess so. We'll see how Housemaster himself does those. Because, see, like, this post here, though, let's not get too upset and not too invested. Because this post does say... if the overwhelming majority continues to believe the server should perform this rollback, I will highly consider doing so. He does not say I will definitely do so. Big difference. Don't be fooled. He may not do it anyway. Okay? Or he may only do 1/2 of this. Or something like that. So don't get too up in arms if we don't get all of this like we want. And don't get too upset if nothing changes. But I don't know. I have no idea how to... I don't know what'll happen. I don't. Where's the poll? It's pinned. It's in the pinned comment. Maybe he'll only do half of it as a landslide win for one side. Maybe. He may do some slightly watered down version of it. He may just do what everybody votes on. The majority. Like, we may just get what we want, we may not, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Like, I don't really... It doesn't really change my trajectory, personally. It's annoying, because I'll have to search for, you know, more stuff. And a new ocean to live in, but, like... I guess that's not the end of the world. Oh well. Guess we can find... Yeah, they broke the man, I know. That does seem to be the case. That certainly seems to be the case, Keezers. What a mess. But, oh well. That's life. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you misstep and you don't realize it and everybody else yells at you for it. I don't know. Ow. Yeah, you're welcome. What was your name? And I forget your name. Russian person. I think he'll do it. It would correct the hype and the bad vibes around it. Maybe. Maybe not. I know whatever script Fit is working on, he'll have to scrap it and start over from scratch. That'll be funny, too. Whatever thing Fit has in the works may end up having to be straight up thrown out. God, that would be funny. Although, realistically, all that will do is just make Fit gobs of money, and, well, there you go. People are still going mad. People grinded a lot this week, yeah. Go read the Reddit. Oh, boy. Alright, let's see what the Reddit says. Thank you for this. Right. Alright, let me refresh real fast. Almost 600 votes. 369 of which are a full rollback reset. Ugh. Thank you for this. Holy shit, we did it. After all this, better establish a better communication between the admins and players. This needs to be established. Regardless of the vote house, from now on, you owe us regular communication. This whole thing should be a case study on being open about your plans for the community. Yeah, I agree. This stuff should not happen again, right? Whether it be random priority bans with zero explanation or the server updating like this, we will leave again if you neglect this like this. I guess so. Not much you can really do. This is big. Yes, it is. Bring back our anarchy, I guess. Yeah, you're getting $20 back if this doesn't happen. All the love, baby. The people talked, or the people spoke is what he really means. What really sucks about this is that updating 1.19 itself was great. I love that it was updated, but if everyone wants their stuff back, and the server will have to revert to 112 with a small player limit, fewer mob spawns, the QB7 hour. Oh my fucking god, you absolute retard. Oh my... Super Dragon 1123. Stop huffing glue long enough to understand what's going on. This is not a reset revert back to 112. It is the old 1.12 backup being loaded into 1.19 with no alterations. That's what's happening. We're not going back to 112, dipshit. It's not how this happens. We're going forward with an untampered map. That's what's going on, apparently. I highly doubt we're going to go back to 112 and just stay there. God, some people cannot fucking read. Jesus, and I thought Yu-Gi-Oh players were bad. Holy shit. Some people, like, if your first language is not English, I understand. Before you make a post or a comment on something, double check it. Triple check it. Have an English speaker friend who is either better at the language than you or a native English speaker. Clarify things, because this dude clearly misunderstood something. Like, God. Return death messages in green text. I don't think that's a good idea. At least not yet. Not for a while. Maybe slowly return those things over a long period of time. Okay. Appreciate the willingness to be flexible here. Was actually waiting for the update to renew your priority, but have not due to the changes in the community backlash. Okay. Rationale for rollback and chunk trimming is that I don't think a lot of people understand that as large as the map has become, it still only really equates to maybe 5% of the total possible worlds area. Even after all these years, 95% is still unexplored, the potential for 1.19 or greater update. Yeah, that's probably true too. Fine with going to travel farther than 1.19. Right. Besides, the 1.19 generation below Y0 will be everywhere anyway, right? Everything above should be preserved, right? Yeah, I agree with that. Thank you for this. Most of the people voting aren't even going to be 2BT players. No, I think they'll come back. Can we roll back, but keep the shit ton of rockets that I farmed? True. Big if true. Somebody's thinking about the poor rockets. Although, realistically, are you really that upset about losing a few rockets? Like, didn't you already have a box or two of rockets anyway? Like, you had to farm rockets to get back up to where you were, but, like, are you really losing anything? Like, you probably will just have all those rockets again, right? I'm not going crazy. I don't know. I feel like that's not how this... You know, we shouldn't be worried about rockets. That's like, oh no, don't backdate. Don't fix it because rockets. That's stupid. That's not enough of a reason not to backdate. Now, personally, yeah, I don't want to have all my progress be undone, but, like, I can live with that. It's not the end of the world. But, oh no, I farmed rockets. God, please don't roll back the server. That's too flimsy. That's just too flimsy. Oh. So we back to Constantine with House nuking my progress? No, I don't see a reason to return to Constantine because nothing's really changed on Constantine. It's more boring still. There's a lot of history on 2B2T. I do like that. Like I said, I was against the chunk trimming. I could just live with it. That's the thing. A lot of people have this baby mindset of, oh my god, bad thing happened, I don't want, therefore I must pitch tantrum. Like, I can put up with stuff. I can lose stuff. It sucks, but I've learned that lesson. I'm not that hung up on it. I don't want to lose progress. I don't want stuff to be lost. I don't want things to be destroyed. But I can live with it. People are so unimaginably selfish these days. Like, there's just this perpetual undercurrent of, but what about me? I don't want to suffer. I don't want any bad thing to happen ever. It's this avoidance of suffering and pain mentality. It's very weird. Like, you cannot mitigate all the pain and suffering of the world. It's just not possible. Adversity builds character, okay? That's just the long and short of it. Bad stuff is bad. But that if you learn to put up with some of it, you find life becomes a little easier. I'm not saying that justifies bad stuff. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you do have to learn to put up with adversity to some degree. So many people have been coddled over the last 15 years. And part of that is that they cannot put up with adversity in any way. Nothing. No strife, no adversity, no resistance, none of that. Like, it has to be... Everything has to happen and it has to be good. Like, that is so unrealistic. Holy shit. The world just does not work that way. And it's mostly Zoomers, I found out. Zoomers are really bad about that. You all are going to have to learn that lesson. Adversity is inevitable. That's okay. No one said you have to like it. It doesn't justify the pain. But that you will have to learn to deal with it eventually in some manner. You're going to have to make your peace with adversity somehow, some way. You can't complain about life forever. At some point, you have to just live. Oh well. I know I'm yelling into the wind on that one. But like when people say, oh my god, Zoomers are hopeless, I feel so bad for Zoomers. That's probably why. They cannot handle adversity. But oh well, life is a great teacher. It'll teach you until you learn. The good news is you can repeat the lesson over and over and over. Okay, I'm gonna put my carrots there. Oh, I don't have any room, damn it. Here we go. Okay, this is a huge shout out to Lejer for posting about this in the other thread. Alright, whatever. I'm sure the 2BGT Uncensored subreddit is going absolutely bonkers. I haven't looked there in a long time. Thank you for listening. Roll back without any reset. Call it an extended test. Don't forget to revert the chat changes. I don't think that's going to happen, man. The chat changes are more or less needed eventually. What happened to the 1.19 gear we grinded for? What do you think's gonna happen, dude? Wake up and smell the ashes, man. You're on 2B2T. What'd you think? Anti-X-ray is gone. It won't take long for you to get it all back. Yes. Fancy secretary, you are 100% right. Don't worry about it. It's just shit. It's just items. It's just crap. You will reaccrue it. And you get to keep all the other stuff you accrued in 1.12 and earlier. So, this is really still a win-win. Like, I'm just resistant to the idea of having to start over, but like, it's okay. Holy fuck, apology, Iron Apple, yes, we know. We know. We are already up to date. We know. Is okay. Oh shit. Oh, good night, June. I got nothing to 1 p.m. while I'm vibe here. Okay, cool. Glad to have you here, Luke. Anyway, I don't see any difference between Zoomers and Millennials when speaking about diversity. Diversity. Adversity. Hardship. Not diversity. Variety. Big difference. No. Adversity. Millennials are just as egregiously awful at handling adversity. We are the ones who started the snowflakes, but Zoomers are even worse than us millennials when it comes to handling adversity. Adversity, not diversity. I love the quote of "wake up and smell the ashes." Yes, I do too. Best part of Half-Life 2 was that quote. The rainbow halo is nice. Oh yeah, the shaders do a wonderful job with that. Ex-millennials, yeah. Yeah. We should go back to hating the boomers again. It was easier. Well, I guess. Oh, whoa. This is not... What the fuck? That's not supposed to be on here. This is my cool playlist, not my... Hold on, let me fix that. I mislabeled that. There we go. Fixed. I don't know how I inadvertently put that one here. Ah, shit. Anyway, we should go back to hating the boomers. Yeah, ex-millennials, right. We knew what it was like with no internet. The others can't even imagine. Oh, I know. Okay, let me turn on hitbox. Whoa, what the fuck? When did I... Huh? No render. Shaders, turn that off. Okay. Where did I drop that slab? Damn it. I hate it when I lose my slabs. Those things are valuable. Baby Jesus, yes. Music felt strangely off for the rest of the playlist. Yeah, I inadvertently gotten it put in the wrong folder. Oh well. You know, mistakes happen. Oh, gotta go. Okay, take care, Stone Cold Killer. Thanks for coming out, man. Have a great night. Damn, I love this. This 2BGT drama shit is like fucking crack cocaine. It's so addictive. Aha, that's where he fell. It's so addictive. But it's so fun. Oh, that's right. I need gunpowder. Is this my smite sword? Yes, it is. Shit. Well, I guess that's the end of that. Okay, yeah, I'm liking how this is looking, this ribbed look to things. I want to make a second one on this side where it sort of overlaps. and then maybe make a second ring on the opposite side that, like, matches so that they all interlace in just the right way. I think that would look cool. Now then. So yeah, some interesting shit is happening, and it's very obvious that the reset, hard reset with no tampering whatsoever, that one's very clearly winning. We have like the rest of a week, 500 votes, 800 total, 500 to hard reset. No rollback whatsoever is in second place. Oh well. Yeah, wow. Why are people voting for no chunk trimming? People are going to have to go out like 5 million for the new train because 112 chunks are useless. No, not realistically. Like, you don't know where the 1.12 chunks end and new 1.19 stuff begins until you come up upon it. No option for item reset plus no chunk trimming? So you do want the items reset, but no chunks trimmed. I don't feel like there are enough people who want that for that to be a worthwhile option to even bother. Like, if you put that part up in the poll, it would get maybe 100 votes. Maybe. And remember, we got a week left, so 1,000 or more people have yet to vote. I highly doubt anyone will vote for that. It's either no reset, we keep going, or we reset everything and go back and then start 1.19 over again. And there you go. Ah, well. I don't think it's worth it to worry about. Just take it in stride. Just enjoy your life. It'll be okay. Don't worry. How I learned to stop worrying and embrace the bounty of 1.19. The majority poll is going for no cull. Yeah, no cull, no item reset. Right, that's probably going to win. Like, just be real. But we got a week before we know for sure. Even though we all probably know for sure already. Oh well. 'Tis the way of things. The autistic way of things. Skynet will take over and decide for us. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it's just how it is. Oh well. Could be worse. Could be worse. Could be better, but it could be worse. I guess in the most ideal of worlds, we would never even be in this situation in the first place. This just would never have happened. But then again, I don't know. Ah, well. What's done is done. How things will shape up is whatever it will be. Whatever will be, will be. Be it on 2 or B or T or T. Or 2B, 2T. Or whatever the fuck. I'll take it in stride. We'll be okay. But the amount of people crying bloody murder is just too funny. Oh, hey Amion, how are you? Why autistic? Because everything on 2B2T is autistic. Oh, hey Saturnius, yes. Late to the party, well, you know. Don't worry about it. You only missed, you know, fuck ton of drama. But yeah, good luck on your SAT. I know that's a nightmare. Big state tests and, you know, qualification type tests like that are always a pain. But I know you can't realistically study too much for them, so like, what do you do? Oh, shit. Oh my god, that fell all the way down there. I need that block of terracotta. Shite. Oh well. I think this is as good a place as any, more or less. I'm going to experiment in single player if I can't get this rib design looking a little bit better. Whoa. I do like how it's shaping up, but there's something I want to change. We'll see. What is an SAT? It is a large mandatory test you have to take. It's for college entrance, and it's sort of a, I forget what SAT stands for exactly. It's a measure of how academically gifted and how much you've learned, how well you have taken your studies, how seriously you've taken your studies, and more or less how much money and help you might need to get through college. It helps you get good scholarships the higher your score. You know, it's just one of those things where you're like, this is a demanding measure of your person as a student. That's all it really is. It's not really that important in the grand scheme of things. House is having a vote. Yeah, we know, Kate Craft. Scholastic aptitude test. That's what it means. Thank you, Saturnius. I don't really care personally, but I'm so glad I'm past all that. Is there even a point of playing GPT for the next week knowing that all your progress might just get reset? That's a very good question, Liam. I have no idea. I'm going to wait and see. I'll still screw around on 2B2T. I might go back to Spawn and hang out there. If there's just nothing going on, like there's no point in building a base, fair enough. But, yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I guess just do whatever you want to do. I mean, same as always, right? Do what thy will. Oh. It is actually quite funny that all of this has decided to happen. I guess this is the part where it all winds down now. Very amused. Much funny. You already built a base. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kate Craft. Maybe you'll be able to in like 2 weeks' time. Try to get the replay mod. Actually, yeah. Okay, that's something important. For those of you who built a base, I need to announce this now. If you've built a base on 2B2T right now, okay, there is a very quick and easy way to save the base in 1.19. Get yourself the replay mod, okay? It's this mod, okay? Record server. I'm gonna go on to 2B2T real quick, okay? All you have to do is save a replay of that thing, okay? So I wanted to take a download of this area. There's a way to save a replay and convert it into a playable world file. So if you want to save the base you've made, you can do that using replay mod. People tried the world downloader mod for 1.19. It's very, very spotty. I don't know how easy it is to get to run, but yeah. Do your best. World download it via the replay mod. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording here and disconnect real fast. Okay, so we got our replay mod file here, done. Cool. And then you go to the replay viewer. Okay. Join world. Right. Here we go. So, once all of this loads, I have now effectively saved this small chunk of 1.19 2B2T forever. From the old screwed up, whatever. Like, you can do this very easily. And in this manner, you can save your base. So if you, want to know what blocks went where, you can easily refer back to this. Now, you won't be able to see what was in your inventories. But that's not a big deal. Just take screenshots of what items you had, although that won't really matter because you're going to lose them all, and then everything's going to be reset. So technically, you'll all be gaining items, I guess. I don't know. Whichever. Oh yeah, this is where the replay ends. So, like, I have all of this now. This is the 1.19 2B2T bit that I explored. Like, that's okay. I find it funny that Future tells me what I have. So, don't feel bad. You can save your stuff. Get the replay mod. Not hard. And it more or less lets you see everything. I don't think it will show you ores, but, like, you probably don't care about ore positions. You want to save your base, predominantly. Those of you who've built one already or are starting to build one or something like that, this is how you do it. This is the most, it's a very ghetto way to do it, but it's very reliable because replay mod is very based. I use this to make a lot of videos from time to time. So yeah, this is how you do that. Don't worry, it's all cool. How do you convert it into a world save? I actually don't know how. I know it's possible. Music, sound, accessibilities. Get feedback, mods, player reporting. Lamau, these are all the people that were online. Yeah, you can't report stuff, obviously. Let me see if I can't find out how to do that. Edit. Fly, no. Record single player. Camera, vanilla-ish. Show path. Let me look it up. May as well, right? How to extract a world save from a replay. Minecraft. Ah, here we go, from 2019. Is it possible to download a world from a replay? Yes, install Light Loader and the World Downloader mod on top of your replay mod installation, and then load the replay, and then download the world from the replay. Oh, so you may actually need World Downloader. God. Has this been fixed? World Downloader mod 1.19. Has anyone done this? It seems like there is a mod. I don't know. So there's Micro Croon on GitHub. He appears to have made a version. World Downloader mod, right? But this requires using a bunch of command line stuff. Not everybody wants to. CurseForge, okay. 1.16.5 is unstable. Wow, this is old. Oh, damn. June 2022. Nope. There may not be a really good World Downloader mod for 1.19. In which case, you will have to painstakingly rebuild it via your, your session in your World Downloader, or in your replayer. Sorry. Let me turn that off. I don't want to record a player yet. Thank God I haven't built one yet. So yeah, I don't know. There are some command line based things you can use. Seems like that's out there. But other than that, I good luck. I've been thinking about over that Minecraft ocean, or not Minecraft, that warm ocean that we found. I was gonna build this. If it will fucking load. It may not. Well. Okay, whatever. If this thing doesn't load, boy, I can't do anything about that. But this particular build, you know, I really don't mind. Replay gives some non-vanilla advantages. Russian streamer used it on TBT to find out for whom to revenge his death. Oh, yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. Thanks for the info. Yeah, I tried, Rafe. There's not much I can realistically do beyond that, but, you know, do what you can. This is the next best thing. It's easy. You don't have to run command lines. That can get really complicated, I realize. Apart from that, though, yeah, this is your best shot. Okay, well, at any rate, everybody, you know, thank you all so much for coming out. I will catch y'all later. Today is Thursday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. Oh boy, I will be streaming on Kick. Freeform Friday. I can't wait. Y'all have a great evening. Catch y'all later. Bye. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, like, etc., etc. Y'all have a great night. I will catch y'all tomorrow on Kick.